Recruiting for dummies like me. Exposure is not a strategy. Exposure is not just going out and seeing a bunch of times. So one of the things that are very different between baseball and softball, and I can say this, I know I've seen this personally with my daughters, and I've seen it with a couple other players that we're very good friends with, is that in the softball world, we need to really think about hunting with a rifle instead of a shotgun. So for example, understanding where I'm going to be a fit is a really, really big deal. And so when I go into that quote unquote fit world, I want to make sure that my strategy for marketing myself as a player, it goes beyond just going to tryouts or showcases or individual camps. So here's what I mean. So a couple different strategies, and we'll say exposure would be, I want to go to all the camps out there. I want to go to every single camp I possibly could. That's fine if you want to have a little bit of knowing of a lot of different things. The problem is as a player, you're going to garner a lot of information about those camps. You're going to learn about a lot of things about what you like. The problem is the coaches have seen you once, and so they haven't really seen you a lot. And so while you're garnering a lot of information, they're not garnering nearly as much information about you, your brand, what you are as a person, whether they like even being around you. So understanding that I have to go to enough camps and visit enough places and do enough investigation so I know what's important to me. Once I figure out what's important to me, then I've got to start going back out and applying what's important to me. So for example, I always use my daughter, sorry kids, but you get used. So my older daughter, she wanted to be a doctor. She wants to do pre-med, which she's doing now in her freshman year, doing great. But she also wanted a female head coach. She knew that she also wanted to be in a larger city. Well, those three items right there absolutely decimated about 95% of college softball. That's not a knock to say 95% of college softball is wrong, but here's the deal. If you want to do pre-med, a lot of colleges or softball programs may not allow you to do that, may not have the program. Their labs are going to be during times that's totally going to mess up practices and so on, so the coaches don't allow you to do that. Now we got a female head coach and be in a city. Once you start to lay over those things that are incredibly important to my player, it changed the landscape of now who we were identifying as schools. So again, back to your point, what's important to you and your player, identify that, stay true to that no matter what happens. That's the only thing that matters because you are an expert in your kid. Keep going, guys, play ball.